Well, we're going to get into this next chat. The Madam and Eve Annual. It's a popular South African book series, and it features cartoons by Stephen Francis and Rico Schacherl, satirizing daily life and politics in South Africa, where the duo are known for their popular daily comic strip, which claimed daily readership of over 4 million people. So in 2000, Madam and Eve was then made into a television sitcom, which later got international recognition. And so the duo, Stephen Francis and Rico Schacherl, they join us here this morning to share on their latest offering. It's called Madam Impossible, and they visit South Africa. Good morning to the both of you.
Good morning.
Congrats. Thank you. You're still going strong all these years later. Yeah. I've grown up with you as well. Congrats.
Thanks. That makes us feel a little old, but it's fine.
It just makes you relevant, and you're able to cross generations,
Thank you.
right?
Yeah.
And you've seen things in this country. So I'm going to play with you a little bit in the imaginary crystal ball as well, because you have some insights from your vantage point. I think from the onset, when you guys started, did you envision from a cartoon in the Mail and Guardian to the sitcom and perhaps how it's now been packaged, you know, in this day and age, that it would reach such heights? Who wants to take that?
We had it all planned out.
Okay, sure.
No, I'm kidding. We were very lucky.
We need the lotto's numbers from you as well then.
No, we were very lucky. We had no idea. We did it kind of a fun thing. People said, oh, you can't do anything like that. The country's not ready for it. So we went ahead anyway, and thank goodness for the Weekly Mail, who said, we want to run it. And suddenly, after about 3 or 4 weeks, it kind of took off. And then we had other daily newspapers calling us. And before we knew it, then suddenly it was a big story. It was in, international news, New York Times, Washington Post and everything. South Africa has learned to laugh at themselves. And so it was a lot of fun. And we were very surprised, right, Rico? We're still surprised that it's still going.
Well, the work has been done well. Thank you for that. How would you guys have met and found that synergy and maintained the collaboration all these years, and then obviously it being adapted into other art forms as well?
Well, we actually met at, back in the 1990, early 90s, at a magazine called Laughing Stock. It was a satirical magazine. It didn't last too long. We worked there. It was kind of, the South African sort of media industry wasn't ready for it. It was sort of like it was basically a satire magazine at the time. And when that closed, and we decided, well, we were going to work together. And one of the things, I was working for the Weekly Mail at the time, and we said, yeah, they wanted a cartoon strip, and we kind of like thinking about it. And Steve came up with the actual title and the idea from staying here with his in-laws in
Yeah, okay, but then obviously it also looks at the dynamics of South Africa, right? Because our social fabric has undergone many changes, the culture, the freedom, the challenges that also come with that. And you don't shy away from it, but there's a more gentle approach to it. Tell us a little bit more about the development of that.
Well, I think, yes, the country's changed, relationships has changed of when the sort of early 90s, you know, the changes in South Africa and people kind of getting to know each other across all the barriers, the social barriers. And yes, we kind of like, there's kind of an odd combination of things have changed a lot and some things have not changed. And it's kind of a little sad when you look at things that are 15 years old and if they're still relevant, because some problems just don't seem to go away. But I think, our approach is generally a gentle humor, having a lot of empathy for the characters, and even the bad politicians, we like to make them funny and engaging.
And we have a great comedic partner that we consult almost every day. The government, actually. They provide great material. So if they, am I going to get in trouble for saying that?
It's your job, your words. No, but let's get into that. I mean, the characters that are in Madam and Eve, and even Madam Impossible for this year's edition. Play on words there. So tell us a little bit more about what this 2025 edition encompasses.
Well, this is definitely our funniest book yet.
Oh.
Of course, we say that every year.
Yeah, exactly.
but it's great. It has been a crazy year. And people say, especially some expats and people overseas who now read it, they go, it's like kind of like a diary of everything that's happened in the year in South Africa. So if people who aren't here want to keep up with what's been happening, they'll read a copy. And everyone here, oh, I remember that. And they kind of can live back the year, all the crazy things that's happened. Yeah. And,
What stood out for you guys this year? Where do you start, right?
I mean, we introduced a new character. I mean, we brought with Trump's tariffs, and then he initially put tariffs on a South Atlantic island was solely, inhabited by penguins. So we had a penguin.
Antarctica, yeah.
Yes, we had a penguin diplomat who also came to advise our president Cyril when he had to go, preparing to go see Trump the meeting, So that's always a roller coaster. But the key is also for us to always make these things relate to South Africa and to the cartoon strip and the characters to make that work.
We're an equal opportunity satirists, I think, because we make fun of the government here, we make fun of the American government, which I was originally from, and again, Donald Trump gives us a lot of material also. So.
We've not been spared. And it just keeps going. I mean, I was going to say with penguins, at least they're black and white, right? There's clarity there. But there's potholes, there's other challenges. We're entering local government elections. We had our own government of national unity formed as well. There's corruption. There's unemployment issues as well.
There's corruption?
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Okay, it's a safe word.
Yeah.
But I mean, were you left with a sense of hope, destitution? How do you guys also balance it? How do you also get out of that zone once you've put pen to paper and leave it there? Or, I mean, would you go to therapy? How do you cope with all of this?
Drawing the cartoons is kind of a little bit of therapy in a sense. But, drawing funny pictures for a living is not many people can do that, It's kind of. But I think there's always this balance, You kind of despair and a lot of things don't change. I mean, we made jokes about potholes in 2012, 2010, that kind of, I think. So this thing is with us a lot. But then you kind of balance it between how amazing people South Africans are. You kind of step out and you deal with real people, and you realize, yes, we can. This can be fixed. It can be fixed. Just get the right people making the decisions and in charge.
And you're right. We are amazing people. When you travel, you're like, there's no place like home, right? This is the country you want to be in. For you, Rico?
Being an American, but I spent most of my life here, and. But now I'm back. I split between New York City and South Africa. But I mean, this country's been very good to me. I love this country. And people ask me, "What's this around my neck?" And they go, "Is that your wife's blood?" And it's not. It's actually rare red earth from South Africa. So wherever I go, I have South Africa with me. So I love it here.
Okay, well, some refugees don't want to come back. You've decided to make this home. So you see, you're balancing that equation. But I wonder if you could tell us about where the book is showcased, how we also access it, how we keep the conversations going with you, what we can expect in the new year as well for both of you.
The book is for sale in all the bookstores. All the bookstores, all the online retailers will have it. And anybody from Loot to Exclusive Books, all the places will have it. We're active on, I mean, you can follow Madam and Eve besides, the press outlets, the media outlets, and like all the newspapers and Daily Mirror.
On our website, which is?
And also, we're on Facebook. So just look we're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, we're on, nobody calls it X, we're on Twitter, Instagram, so all those places, just search for Madam and Eve, we're there, so we get updated. So we update.
And if you see us walking down the street, come up to us, we'll give you a free book and we'll sign it for you.
Oh, okay. Well, Stephen and Rico.
We don't have that many.
Stephen, okay, you guys will discuss this offline. Thank you so much for joining us and wishing you all the best. You've literally transcended generations, right? The story continues, and let's see if South Africa can continue to write a better story as we fly the flag high in the world. Madam and Eve, an annual edition, of course, this latest edition, it's called Madam Impossible. It's that popular series of cartoon collections. It's by Stephen Francis, Rico Schacherl. The humorously reflect on South African life and politics, of course, through the much-loved characters. So we'll leave it there. That's how we end the show.